I'm Chris Berman. Well, let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Jets come away with a 7-point win. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Brian Waters might be the biggest loss on this list. A hairline fracture of the arm is the initial report, and the doctors are saying he'll be out for the rest of the season. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. Michael Lewis is probably the one that most leaps out at you. The team's injury report listed a broken wrist and that he's out for the rest of the regular season. On to the serious news of the week. Santana Moss will miss the remainder of the year, and this is a big blow to this passing game because he was obviously a main target. So that'll do it for now. Boomer, back to you.
In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Browns win their 5th game of the season. The Saints won this contest and will now move to 3rd place in the NFC South. Rashawn Woods had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. Michael Jenkins pulled down 100-plus receiving yards and helped his Falcons beat the Lions. Down in Dallas, in the Lone Star State, we had the Cowboys edge their way to a narrow 3-point win. Chargers, Broncos. Ashley Lilly ready to go at the 16-yard line. Makes a move, spins, he's got daylight. Beautiful pass. Boy, did that look easy for the touch. The Broncos go on to win this by the final score of 31-17. Over at Arrowhead Stadium, we had the Chiefs end up on the right side of an 11-point game. The Colts racked up over 150 rushing yards in their win at Reliant Stadium. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Anthony Floyd is on the move. Perhaps not for all that he thought he'd get, but a good deal nonetheless. 3 years, $3.1 million. Watkins is on the move as well as he signs a 3-year contract with the Bengals. This guy will be playing his football elsewhere, though perhaps not for as much as he would have liked. 4 years, $2.0 million. Parks got snatched up as well, and he signs a 2-year contract with the Eagles.
The Panthers lost at home and will have to hit the road to meet the Browns. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Patriots pick up their 11th win of the year. Packers, Bears. Thomas Jones is in the backfield. The ball is at the 40-yard line, and the lead man throws a block, shakes off one tackle, bounces outside. Now it's a foot race. The 10, the 5, touchdown. The Bears go on to win this by the final score of 20-10. The Seahawks won this contest, but will stay at the first place in the NFC West. Randy Moss stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Donovan McNabb threw for a ton of touchdowns and helped his Eagles beat the Giants. And in our final game, we had the Titans come away victorious. So let's change things up a bit and turn to a guy that's had his eye on the college game, and that's our own Mel Kiper Jr. He joins us now. Mel, your work never ends, I know. Believe me, I know better than anybody else. But it's never too early to start thinking about next year's draft, is it?
Well, you're absolutely right. And with the college bowl season upon us, a lot of guys view their upcoming bowl game as more or less an open audition for NFL scouts everywhere. Valdez is someone I think of right away when I think of the best prospects in college football. 6'2", 306, out of Sacramento State, and I really believe he's got a great future ahead of him in the National Football League. He's very active and energetic for a defensive tackle, and he's the kind of guy that won't take any plays off. He's a battler. Fowler is another guy that's starting to make some noise with a terrific senior season. He was a virtual unknown coming into this year, but people are starting to project him to have a solid NFL career. I'm starting to jump on the bandwagon as well. So that'll do it for now, but you can guarantee that the big board is going to see a lot of risers and fallers between now and April.
Yes, indeed, just 1 week to go and the playoff picture's starting to take shape. But still some areas that'll need to be cleared up next weekend. We'll start with a look at the AFC playoff picture. Meanwhile, over in the NFC, the playoff picture looks like this. So that's how we stand to this point. Still lots of jockeying left to go as we get this thing sorted out for January. So that'll do it from here. Boomer, we send it back over to you.
And that'll do it here for Pivotal Week 16. As always, plenty of surprises to go around and plenty of intrigue still to come. My primetime players each took his team to the next level, and each is going to take home a game ball. Great work, fellas. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.